And with that, you are brought inside. The foyer is cleared with several onlookers looking, with several onlookers staring at this spectacle that has just erupted in front of their establishment. The young boy is still sniffing to himself in a cot in the corner with the mother now through tears asking very upset who would do such a thing and who would shoot a poor little boy while the healer there is psychically extracting the bullet from the little boy's arm. The boy, however, is subdued and doesn't seem like he can see a thing. He's just kind of sniffling to himself. Likewise, with your consent, the healers induce some psychic surgery upon you. Most importantly is the removal of the bullets that have lodged themselves in your bodies, and then just enhancing the healing with their own psychic abilities. Is there anything that you would like to do during this process, in character, out of character, anything like that? Amirna does her best to kind of reassure you, Mila, in regards to your befuddled questions on whether you should be dead or not, chalking it up to shock and assuring you and reassuring you that you're in good hands and that you're alive and you'll continue to be alive with her very soothing, crisp, clear tone.
I think the only thing Mila would be just asking about Tom and making sure that he was okay. But that's about it that she would do.
Is this still outside?
No, it's inside.
All right. Patrick would probably be probably sticking by Mila's side.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Al would be going back in between the two, really nervous.
Okay. Well, despite well, not despite, but the psychic healing is done relatively quick, much faster than any sort of traditional surgical means. However, it does take some time. Once both Tom and Mila are initially stabilized, they're brought to some care facilities in the back, the first time you've all been to the back of Mira's House of Healing, in which there are 10 individual rooms with comfortable cots, some soft music playing, and the rooms themselves almost look like, you know, if you go to a doctor's office for a checkup, kind of like that. Al, you're kind of a little bit surprised. There are no surgery, there's no machines, there's no tools, there's no implements. Really just a place for the patient to rest on this soft, lush bed in which Tom and Mila are now placed. It takes probably about 45 minutes for the bullets to be removed from your bodies and the initial incisions to be healed. After about an hour or so, I can safely say that all your hit points have been restored through psychic restoration and about half of your SDC. Of course, there is still some tissue and muscle damage done to you. In particular, Mila, the internal damage to your body has been healed, but the severe burns on your neck, chest, and upper legs are still there. It will take some time. Of course, with you, Mila, with your abilities, the healing is done more rapidly. But the rest of your SDC, the other half of your SDC, will just have to be recovered naturally.
Okay.
Luckily, due to either your own innate abilities or the quality of the psychic work, you do not suffer any sort of mobility effects. So you don't get any penalties to strike, parry, or dodge or anything like that. It's just more of a uneasy kind of achy feel.
Okay.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Now, of course, during this hour and change, if there's any of course, the police do come The new Laszlo police do come and they start asking questions. They do ask individuals, witnesses of what they saw, who they saw, everything like that. And sure enough, the police do come to each of you, Tom and Mila, a little bit later on into your recovery. But is there anything that you'd like to inform about the police? I, as the Dungeon Master, can tell you that it happened in a quick blaze. You could probably do some identification of rough physical characteristics, depending on your backgrounds and your skills and everything like that. Of course, those of you who know the weapons could identify the weapons. Of course, there is already a Psi Stalker there that is investigating the magical impact that was left from that fireball. But I, as the GM, can't really tell you many more details than I haven't already told you in combat, because it did happen in a literal 5-second blur.
Yeah.
But is there anything you would like to talk to the police about, any information you'd like to give them, any questions you might have for them, etc.?
I would just give them the information that I would know. So, yeah, like the
Okay.
physical appearance and what happened.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't know much because I was trying to cover Al.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Patrick, Mila?
Mila's not going to be terribly helpful. She's going to be either asking how she didn't die or just talking about how she wants to draw pictures.
Okay. Well, soon after the surgery itself, and Mila is cleared to walk and to move again, you are given some colored pens and some paper to ease you a little bit more.
Patrick will basically say that there was a vehicle that drove by.
Mhm.
There were shots. There was a projectile flame.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all that he can really say about it, because that's from his view. He did not get down gracefully, so he was not even coming close to facing like what the actual things were. He could only hear things.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Of course, these police officers have not encountered you before, so of course they get your names, where you're staying, which actually is in your behemoth just outside of town. And they do promise that when you're in town, once they'll follow up with you with any sort of leads in the investigation as the victims. In addition, they do present you, since they have no idea who you are, they do present you with some literature, some free checkups over at St. Joseph's or Miona's House of Healing, whatever you determine, paid for by the city government. In addition, if you require any sort of counseling services as well, or if you need any additional assistance from the police, if you can think of anything else, just contact them.
Thank you.
But other than that, I'll leave it back in the party's hands. It is very convenient or very nice that if you did have to be brutally attacked, it was outside a House of Healing.
Yeah.
That was more had to do with the timing of stuff, so yay on that regard. But what would you guys like to do?
Mila's going to be drawing pictures.
Okay, fair enough.
Al's just gonna stay with them until they're released.
Yeah.
So that was weird.
Patrick is
Looked like
going
they were
to
trying to shoot us.
sit cross-legged and watching Mila draw.
Okay, fair enough.
Mila would eventually hand a picture to Patrick saying that this is for you. It's a picture of a flower.
Patrick will gingerly take it and just kind of stare into it, taking in all the details.
She used multiple colors to make it really pretty. It's a pretty flower.
Yeah, Al's
Someone
else
just,
talk.
Al's just quiet. He's really quiet.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So, guys, that was weird.
Yeah.
It looked like they were specifically trying to shoot us. I don't know why, but
I don't either.
I mean,
But it's not like we've not made any enemies in our travels.
sure. I hope that it wasn't Karen, and I don't have to go back and
Murder her?
yeah, yeah.
Yes, God, murder.
Yes, God.
Okay, sorry. God will shut up while you guys are playing in character.
Sorry, most of my in-character things will be very aloof. If you remember back at the time where he actually just got a laser shot on his perfectly reasonable armor and just got slightly dinked,
Out?
where
Yeah.
he freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
very
more-
similar to that.
And
I can
honestly,
understand.
Al is not much better.
Okay.
Okay.
Mila seems unusually, blissfully unaware of the current situation. Is just drawing pictures and maybe
Despite
talking
her
about.
clothes being somewhat singed and burns all over her body.
Yep. She's just.
That's
They're not
amazing.
there. They're not
Yeah.
there. She's drawing.
You're
She's
awesome.
got pretty pictures to draw.
Yeah, Al just saw his two friends almost get shot to death. He's not really there.
Yeah, that was a lot to take in, basically.
Yeah. Did you get winged, by the way,
Who are you talking
Al?
to? No.
I'm talking to the guy that I was covering.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
And thank you
Good.
for that.
No problem.
And Pax is just going to suddenly hug Mila.
Oh, you really like the picture I made for you. She hugs him back.
Aw.
And you'll see on your shoulder a chin go up and down.
Beautiful moments.
Okay, so
Yeah.
where do you guys want
I
to
think
take?
that's it.
Okay,
Mhm.
fair enough. So where do you guys want to take it from here? Do you guys want to? I don't know if you're in the shopping mood anymore.
Yeah.
or what.
I
Wanna
It's
go
kind of a
shopping?
downer, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, having a drive-by shooting tends to be a downer. Luckily, the kid's okay too. Luckily, the kid's more than fine. Thank goodness.
Good.
Yeah. But suffice to say, you can hear the rumblings of the crowd, very adamant, trying to give descriptions to the police because a kid getting shot, even in this kind of dangerous world, is still a pretty fucking horrendous thing. So, suffice to say, a lot of people are going to be looking out for these people, for these guys, for these attackers. So, yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, where do you guys? The ball's kind of in your court. I don't want to just fast forward to another scene without your consent.
Yeah.
And now you're meeting Nathan. What?
Al
So-
would since they're not, both of them are not fully healed. Al would strongly suggest we just go back to the Behemoth and take it easy for a day.
Yeah. Well, we still need to meet with Nathan at 4. So that's going to be fun, but after that then we should be fine.
If you're okay and you're up for it, fine. If you're not, Nathan will reschedule, and damned if he has a problem with it.
I'll be fine. It'll just be tender. It's not that bad.
All right then. Back to the Behemoth.
Okay.
Yeah, I Behemoth definitely.
Okay. Cool. You head back to the Behemoth and you see another gray Jeep. No, just kidding.
Shit.
It's coming for me. All right. So how would you like to? You guys are just keeping it chill, right?
Yeah.
All right. Tom and Mila, are you just actually resting up?
Yeah, Mila actually is asleep.
Oh.
When she gets there, she'll fall asleep.
Shit. Okay. Let me just quickly look and see how many hit points you can recover. So a heads up. The place that Nathan wants to meet you at is probably about. If you want Al, you do know that if you want to get to that location in your behemoth and look inconspicuous, like not going at like 80 miles an hour, it would probably be about a 40-minute journey. So you would probably want to, if you want to meet him for 4 o'clock, you'd probably want to leave around 3:15.
You mean in the behemoth?
So- The behemoth,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Nathan
want-
said to bring the behemoth.
Okay.
Yeah. And your power armor and a couple changes of clothes, which would be in the behemoth, so easy
Right.
enough, right? So that's probably about 4 hours then of rest. So let me just see what I think, Tom. Your natural healing though. Oh, but wait a second, Pamel. Okay,
Yeah.
just give me a second. Pamel can heal with her brain too, and she would definitely assist you with that.
Nice.
I don't see any reason why she wouldn't. So,
Yeah.
how many SDC are you down?
I'm down 7.
Oh, she can heal that. Okay.
Yeah.
She's able, once you get in and you rest for about an hour or so, she comes in, she chats with you, she figures out what's going on, and with a touch of her long fingers kind of stroking through your hair a little bit, you feel that tenderness dissipate. And as Mila's resting, I'm going to look under her character class and see how quick she can do so, which I think is surprisingly very, very good. I mean, very, very quick. Good and quick. Me quick, one slow. All right.
Me quick, one slow.
All right. You tell Mila. All right, where's that little crazy?
That's me.
That's you. All right, enhanced healing, bioregeneration. Slip at meditative trance. So we're gonna say that's when you're sleeping. So, whoa, holy shit! An extended period of bioregeneration over a period of 6 hours will restore all SDC an additional 46 hit points. Considering you're only down half your SDC, I would say that for period. Would we assume that are you sleeping, or is that how you also interpret like your bioregenerative trance? Like, is that how Mila interprets that? Or
That would be definitely how Mila interprets that. Just
Okay.
if she's feeling like kind of funky.
Okay, that's what, and her body kicks into gear, but her consciously doesn't go, I'm going into bioregeneration. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, my body hurts. I'm asleep.
I'm asleep, yeah.
So okay, everyone's healed up.
Oh, sweet.
Yay,
Woo.
magic
There we
of
go.
everything, right? So that's good.
Yeah.
That's great. It's not magic. It was actually psychics and being a crazy. So there we go.
Yeah, thank God I'm a crazy. Otherwise, that would have been tragic.
That
Oh
that
my
would
God.
have killed you if you weren't a crazy.
Yep.
They probably expected to kill you. They're going to be very surprised when you're not dead. If you ever come across them again. But so should we just speed up, move the next scene forward then to the meeting with everyone's favorite spy?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna make sure that I have extra sets of clothes and a backpack and all of that.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Is there anything you want to discuss with each other before you head out towards the meeting place?
Mm.
No, that's fine. If you don't, it's cool. Give me just a moment then to just refresh my beverage, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, me too. I will be right back. I'm gonna refresh my toilet.
Refresh your toilet?
I don't know. I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
Yeah, I'll take a break as well. Be right back.
Well, looks like it's just Piff and I.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought you were going to be like, gone.
No. No.
Aw.
Oh,
Yeah,
Patrick.
let's
Poor
see.
dude.
I know. I feel so bad for Patrick. That's probably pretty scarring.
Lay down on the ground. What do you mean, shove, cover body, bullet holes riddling into the person that is protecting you, and end scene. Well,
Yeah, that's pretty tragic. Well, the thing, It's funny because I have my Skype on mute, so Inferno was messaging me, and I was like, "Oh shit! Oh shit!" and like panic, me panicking, and then Mila panicking, and then bullets everywhere. Hey, Kriana, do you guys want to F up the black market or no? I don't know. I just want to draw pretty pictures. I think Mila, like, in her mind would, like, chalk up that situation to, like, it was just an accident. Like, just, like, trying to, like, rationalize it. Like, trying to make sense of it in her brain.
It happens all the time, you know.
Yeah.
You slip, you fall, for people trying to gun you down. It
Yeah.
happens in life. Are other people gone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I'm just here.
Oh yeah, okay. Not,
I would note, I guess since people are away, you would find Patrick sitting and almost like not even working, just staring at the spaceship.
Oh, Patrick! Unbreak my heart!
Toilet was refreshed.
Ew.
gross.
You know what? That probably just means I cleaned it or something.
Oh, okay. I love how you said probably.
Yup.
Oh, I'm looking at Rifty Fell. Oh, look at these artwork. God,
I know.
4
Yeah.
posts. Jeez.
I know. We're only an hour in.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All of these feelings that we have. Also, that picture, Kenzie, perfect, spot on. That's exactly the type of picture she would give to Patrick, especially the little smiley face. That's totes Mila.
Dear God,
right
as long
there.
as she doesn't give him the picture underneath it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mila's
Which
like,
one?
The one right underneath that one.
Oh, where it's like, are you okay?
Don't give
Yeah,
that to
it's-
Patrick.
All right.
Patrick, I think, would break.
Oh my God.
Poor Patrick.
He wouldn't. His brain would be gone. Okay. So, you head in your behemoth towards the coordinates that Nathan gave you over the radio the previous day. As mentioned before, it's halfway in between Huddersfield and Perryton. You do pass through in your behemoth a few of the military checkpoints, but they're able to wave you on without too much questioning. You soon find yourself in a small clearing. There is a small dirt road that the behemoth could travel on, but just off the road itself seems to be what is a very old campsite that perhaps some travelers used. Spotted amongst the campsite is a clutch of trees whose leaves are starting to fade. It's starting to get a little bit cool. There's a little bit of a cool tinge to the air, but the sun is still in the sky. As you see, by where this campsite is, a man in a suit of Samus power armor that is in a brown and green and beige kind of camo pattern. So even though it is of Coalition make, it has been repainted. And for those of you who do not know what Samus power armor looks like, I will link you an image. Right. View image. There we go. Right.
Now.
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 Maybe now.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe now.
I don't trust this one.
Oh, damn, that is scary.
Now, luckily, the wings are folded and the railgun is not in his hands. It is
That's
actually clutched. It is actually stored behind him, back behind where those thrusters are. But when the behemoth approaches, you hear over the PA the voice of Nathan Heathcote through the speakers saying, 3:47. You got here early. I have to say I'm impressed.
Al will, hearing Nathan's voice, he'll close his eyes for a moment like he's trying to put everything that's happened the day aside for now and open his eyes again and then go in a very cheerful voice, well, anything for you.
I'm assuming you're saying that over the speakers of the behemoth,
Yes, correct.
All right. So is it fair to assume that you guys would board and step out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yay.
All right. As you do so, Nathan walks with heavy feet over towards you as he takes off the front helmet of his armor, and you see his tousled blonde hair and his very common smirk. And he says, I just figured we would meet here so we can finish off the next phase of the plan with just a little bit of pictures. And I kind of asked you to bring that thing, and he points over to the behemoth, plus your armor, plus some change of clothes, because I'd like to take some shots to kind of make it seem like I've been stalking and taking note of you over a period of time. Does that sound all right with you?
Al would look to Burn. I mean, Tom. Look past Tom to his player.
You can't do that.
I guess. Out of character, is there any special markings for the behemoth that we have on it?
No. Well, there is a small special marking, which is on the side of the behemoth are the numbers 223, which you're assuming is its manufacturing number.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
He goes, fantastic.
You guys?
No.
Mila's just waving at Nathan.
He kind of gives
sure.
a bit of a wave back, and he says, all right, well, I figured we probably have ourselves maybe about 20, 30 minutes before any sort of possible new Laszlo patrol is going to swing on by, so let's make as much, let's get as much done as possible. Give me a moment. I'm going to step out of my armor here, a little bit more comfortable, and if it's fine by you, and if you allow it, I wouldn't mind actually stepping inside your behemoth. If we are to continue on this whole honeypot idea between myself and Tom, it would have made sense that I would have entered your residence, where I could have taken some concealed pictures with this little thing. And he shows in his... When he actually steps out of his armor, he reaches into a pocket and he shows you kind of a micro camera. Very similar to the digital camera that Patrick has, but much more slender, and it seems much more easily concealable.
Al will reach out his hand and say, tell me what pictures you would want, and I will get them for you.
All right, I can understand that. I can understand why you wouldn't trust me just yet. I mean, we're still learning. I wouldn't mind. I definitely need a picture of where Tom is staying, his bedroom. That makes the most sense, right? If I were to actually infiltrate your place, I would probably want to take a picture of the cockpit, the living area, if you have any sort of facilities in there. I know these behemoths are known for having some really good sensor systems. Just give me as many shots of as many rooms as you can. Just pretend to be me for a moment. Take a couple snaps. See if you're still got the stuff there, Castle. He gives a smile.
Castle nods. Fair enough. I'll be back in a few minutes.
All right. Fair enough. So, during this time, while you go inside to take some pictures, Mila, Patrick, Tom, is there anything else that you would like to be doing in particular?
Mila would be just talking.
Uh-huh.
Just talking. It doesn't even have to be like relevant stories, but she'd just be talking to Nathan. Just like blah 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 this, blah 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 that.
Okay,
Blah, blah,
all
blah,
right. Nathan, he listens. Okay, you know that look on people's face when they like listen politely and they just give a nod every 3 seconds just to
Yes.
make it seem like they're paying attention?
Mhm.
That's kind of what he's doing.
And that's all
clear-
she needs.
God damn it. Okay, good to know. Good to know.